So my people, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. There's this news about the shortfall of the Igbo people in joining Nigerian army. Though the Igbo people have already said that they're not going to join Nigerian army no matter what happens, that they're not going to join Nigerian army because they see it as a way that these people want to use and launch attack in the southeast. Thereby, once they take away all their vibrant youths to another community, then the southeast will not be vulnerable for any attack. And the Igbo people are saying that they don't want to join Nigerian army, that they should put them in a better position. If you take a look at every political activities happening in this country, the Igbo people are always excluded. Take for instance, there's Minister of Transport, there's Minister of Agriculture, you know, but you can never see an Igbo man occupy that kind of position. And the Igbo youth are saying, we don't want it. We want to occupy a better position in this country. Anyway, guys, I want you guys to just take a listen to what these people have to say about the reason why Igbo people don't want to join the Nigerian army. Like, the truth has finally been spilled in this video. So guys, take a look at this video. I'll be right back.
And I dare say yours tells me that the southeast zone of Nigeria predominated the officer corps of the Nigerian army before January 15, 1966. All that fizzled out after our 30-month avoidable civil war. Now, the Nigerian army has expressed concerns that youths from the zone are shunning recruitment into the army and has highlighted the need for sensitization. But the team leader of the year 2025 Nigerian Army Recruitment Awareness Team, himself a Southeasterner, Brigadier General Chima Ekafo, is in the region in a bid to change the narrative. He was at Umuahia to sensitize his youths on the importance of taking up the slots allocated to the zone. Over now to the power of conviction.
It is understandable that people from the southeast are reluctant to join the Nigerian army, because when you join the army, you are laying your life down for the flag.
Yeah. And
because of these Biafran sentiments, some of them believe that they don't want to join and fight for the Nigerian state. But it's unfortunate. Unfortunate because 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, when there is need to appoint officer corps at the top of the Nigerian army, they would solidly discover that they don't have officers at the table
within their ranks.
And then they will now complain again of marginalization, of how they have not appointed somebody from Southeast as a top army general.
Yeah.
But if you don't join, you cannot have the opportunity of rising through the ranks to get to the top of it. So they have to look at that. You cannot say because you are upset with the Nigerian state or because you are desirous of Biafran state, you will now let this opportunity pass to join the Nigerian army. Because if you don't join the Nigerian army, the army will move forward and put people from other regions, and eventually these people will move up the ladder, and then they will get to the top, and they will be the one that can be appointed into positions. So it is important for leaders and leaders of thought in the East to sensitize their youth to know that it is important for them to be part of the army, the Nigerian army, because as a component part of Nigeria, their interest in the Nigerian army is also important. It's unfortunate what has happened because, like the news said, they used to dominate the Nigerian army.
Oh yeah. Before
1966 school, right? They used to dominate the Nigerian army
meritoriously
because a lot of them joined. A lot of them went to when the colonial masters were here, and they were recruiting like this. At that time, most times at that time, the Western region were not so enthusiastic in joining.
Yeah.
It's just like the same thing that was happening now.
As a matter of fact, because of the preponderance of officers from the southeast region then, the late Sadaunas said to his boys, you people join the army.
Yes, in fact, they were going to schools to recruit young people. Yeah. People like President Buhari were recruited in schools.
Yeah.
Because at that time, a lot of the regions were reluctant to join the colonial army. and it was the Southeast that were really judged, and they benefited from it because as at the time we got the independence, most of the commanders were from the Southeast region, but because of the war and they had to go back to the East, and by the time they came back, they didn't have the kind of opportunity that they used to have. So it's important for us not to make that kind of mistake again. The war has ended a long time ago. As far as I'm concerned, there is no Biafra on ground. It can be a dream, but there's no Biafra on ground. So for you to prefer to be loyal to the Biafran flag instead of Nigerian flag is delusional. So it is important to synthesize the youth to say it is important for you to join the Nigerian army, because like I said, 20 years, 30 years down the line, you will not be at the table when they are appointing people that will control and supervise the Nigerian army. At that time, they should not come out to say they are being marginalized, because if you are not at the table, there is no way you can be in the position of authority.
Wale, a good thing that an officer, a brigadier general from the Southeast region, for those who missed it, Brigadier General Chima Ekafor is in the region in a bid to convince youths there, please come join the army. There are allocations for the region.
Well, I think just like Mayor has said, there are a lot of reasons why the enthusiasm is low in joining the Nigerian army.
Understandably so.
Yes, I think in the first instance, he said, the Brigadier General said out in Abia State, for instance, out of 200 slots that were given to Abia State, only 53 people applied. That's less than 25, roughly 25% of the population of the slot given to Abia State. And that's not a good one at all. I believe there are so many reasons, apart from the fact that the spirit of nationalism has declined over the years. In the past, the spirit to serve Nigeria, was very high all over the country. But now, it's not just...
Otherwise donning the Nigerian uniform, the army uniform, police.
It was a source of pride, But now you discover that even when we were growing up, we wanted to go to University of Maiduguri, ABU, you want to do your service, you want to go to Sokoto. But now you discover that people are shrinking. You want for security reasons, you want your son to go to the nearest university, you want him to do his civil service. If you put him in Adamawa State, you want to return him back to your state. So there is a general decline in terms of the spirit of nationalism in the country. We can't throw that away. The other reason is that the Nigerian army, a lot of people think that because of the asymmetric war that is going on all over the country now, there is the prospect of being posted to, troubled areas, that immediately after your training, you may be compared to go and fight terrorism. And a lot of people, a lot of parents, not even the youth alone, they don't want their children to go into such, unlike maybe 25 years ago. You are joining the army for a different reason. You are thinking of going to NDA, going for courses abroad and all that. But now, you know that when you join the army, there is a likelihood that after the first 6 months, you might be, seconding into this. So, but I think it's important to educate our people because there are consequences in the future if they are not able to meet up with their quota.
So, there's apathy in anything governance, because where they have expected to be treated in the same way as the youths from other parts of the country, they are not. In ordinary employment, they are excluded. They only hear that recruitment is going on when action has been taken. They just go in for formality. It is a cumulative action. It's cumulative. Since the end of the war, Igbo have been excluded from the governance of the country. And their children know it. And that's why they fight for themselves because they know that a few of them that are gotten into one office or the other.
My people, if you guys listened to this video very well, you will find that this is the reason why the Southeast youths have refused to join Nigerian army, because they just find it that there's no reason to lay down their lives for this country, because this country is a total mess. They have actually lost hope in this country, so they just feel like, okay, let them just stay on their own, because ever since the Igbo people have always been excluded from political activity, so they don't just see any reason to join Nigerian army again. And also this Biafra issue, you guys know that the Igbo people say they want Biafra to happen. So this Biafra issue has actually taken their mind far away from joining Nigerian army. That is just the reason. They feel like this country cannot give them what they want. They want to stay on their own. They want their own freedom. It's just the hatred that this country have for Igbo people. That's the reason why they don't want to join Nigerian army. And for the fact that there are some people who may not actually want to be posted far, because definitely if you join Nigerian army, you will not be posted in your own community. No, you will be posted in another community. And so some people don't want to actually go far because maybe their family, or sometimes their parents may advise them, no, don't join Nigerian army, please. Oh, you're my only son, you're my only dad. Because you guys know that Nigerian soldiers are really trying for this country. When it comes to defending them from external attack, they are really trying. So some parents may not actually want their only son to go and join Nigerian army. So all these things are also contributed to the reason why Southeast youths don't want to join Nigerian army, to be honest. And also for the fact that they feel that if they leave their community, that the Igbo people, or let's say the Southeast, are going to be vulnerable for attack. So they just want to stay and defend their own community. They want to stay and defend Southeast, because they know that once they leave to another community, it is over. Nobody was there to defend the Igbo people again. Nobody will be there to defend the Southeast again. And now Nigerian armies are feeling that why is it that these Southeast youths don't want to join Nigerian army? But it's because of they have actually lost hope in this country. Guys, a lot is really going on. The Igbo people are saying no, we will not join Nigerian army no matter what. In fact, even in the news, we heard that 200 people joined. Those ones even tried. And many people who wouldn't even want to join Nigerian army at all. Anyway guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, thanks for watching.